Good morning, all. Wild weather here for liveweatherblogs.com. It's Saturday morning, um, and what do we got here? The first cold shot that came in, and it's really not the cold shot that's going to set up the snowstorm for Sunday night into Monday. It's now, as you can see, it's departing. So this cold shot is leaving. Here comes your bubble of warmth that'll be coming in later this afternoon, tonight, into the probably until about 2, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and then my goodness, look at the cold air coming out of Canada. 20 to 24 degrees below zero this morning. These are not wind chills, folks. These are real temperatures. That is some incredible stuff here on this March 1st, Saturday morning. That is that is that means business. This cold air is really going to kind of just trajectory this way. It'll come south and then slam east. And this is the first ingredient of our major winter snowstorm that'll be coming in tomorrow night into Monday. I think the models today, 12Z, especially toward OZ tonight, are really going to start honing in on kind of ironing out the details as exactly where the heaviest snowfall axis will set up. My feeling is the heaviest snowfall axis on the models today may expand not only north, and it may expand south as well. So instead of a very thin, narrow band just along the Mason-Dixon line points to the south, it's actually, the snow band is actually going to come north, I think. And basically, right in here, this whole area will probably be enveloped in snowstorm conditions come later Sunday, right through the day Monday. So, things look on track. First ingredient number one, it's coming in, and the timing, from what I can see, is looking pretty darn good. Let's see what the wind chills. I'm just curious here this morning. Wind chills 42 degrees below zero, and then this is, you can see that the wind out ahead of this Arctic boundary is probably sitting right about here, and it is going to charge off to the east and southeast over the next day and a half or so. It wouldn't surprise me out ahead of this. You got this tremendous cold air. Let's go to the current temperatures again. You got this tremendous cold air that is going to set up a tremendous temperature gradient, basically just south of Philadelphia, and about this line here points south. That's what you kind of need to get into those 12-inch plus snowfalls this time of the year, when you take this very cold air and you set it up with a temperature gradient, and the more and more moist air trying to come up over the top of this tremendous Arctic air. Those are the things you really need to get a very big snowstorm going. And seeing this morning and seeing the warm air that's going to come up, it really does set the stage for a major winter snowstorm, one that could be memorable. So we're definitely going to take a look at that. All right, let's take a look at where our storm is right now. This is the Earth wind map. Someone put it out on the internet. I marvel at this map, but right away, a couple of things grab your attention. That is coming ashore now, folks. We'll be probably be onshore around noon today. It's about give or take 150 miles off the coast of California, and this was an old shot, so it's probably more like here. And here's San Francisco Bay, so this thing's going to come on in, and usually where they enter the coast, they leave the coast, so somewhere in here. And here's our polar vortex. The polar vortex is going to be guiding the cold air south, and you can see the floodgates for cold are certainly open west of the Great Lakes, and then coming across the Great Lakes now. Once this little eddy around the main polar vortex up here over Hudson Bay, once this eddy kind of moves up in this direction here, and it will, because you can see the flows westerly because of our last storm, it will move this way. Cold air will follow, dragging the cold front through. Things are really starting to set up. You can really start to see the players in the field this morning, and this is even better than even the water vapor map. But yeah, it's looking that way right now. Let's take a look at the water vapor map. 24-hour loop here. And here you go. So here's your storm. Clearly you can see where it's moved overnight. It started moving east. Right now, slowly the storm is starting to churn and make its way onshore, and at the same time it's also starting to weaken out. You can see the northern push is it's ending. So, and here comes the polar vortex to kind of say, hey, you can't come here anymore because I'm coming down to take this spot. This same situation will play itself out right across the country here, and look where that's going. Yep, that's one piece of energy that'll ride out in front of the storm. There it is there. It just broke off. You can see right in here. Breaks off, moves off to the east. That's your cold front with a little bit of liquid, then changing gradually to snow on on Sunday night. And then the main batch is hanging back. The models always have a hard time, folks, especially it's trying to latch onto one piece of energy, and then wait a minute, it says there's another piece of energy back here. So the models are really going to hang in on this. Some models, hang energy back, like the Euro, hang energy back, while others take it too fast to the east. So today I think is the adjustment day. Just a couple ideas of where the models are this morning. This right here is the NAM, and the NAM has Philadelphia. Click on here, get a little go a little closer here. The NAM has Delaware County and the airport sitting at about 5 to 6 inches this morning. Yeah, we'll see about that. But it has the access of the heaviest snow suddenly up in this area. Um, it just shows you that this may be the first wave, and then the second wave is coming. It's still, NAM's still a little out of its range right now with this system. We'll get a better idea with the NAM probably OZ tonight. But you get the idea that those people who thought they were going to get ripped off with State College getting an inch, well, the NAM says finally, hey, I could do you better. The 14-inch line's not far from you, State College. So it's starting to adjust. So, and here this morning, now I think this might be a little too far south, but this is a GFS showing basically 16 to 18 inches across the Mason-Dixon line, southeastern Lancaster County, central southeastern Lancaster County, southeastern York County, most of Chester County, all of Delaware, Philadelphia counties, southern Bucks, southern Montgomery, up to Trenton. This area is the bullseye right now of 16 inches. I don't know that I buy this area being down here. I'm thinking that this area is probably up in here, and then you still have your widespread, hey, 10 to 14 inches. So I think the GFS is catching on the best this morning, and we'll see if this holds at 12Z. But I think like I said, I think when push comes to shove, with that kind of cold air coming in up from this way, sliding down, and the moisture coming across this way, very steep gradient is going to take place right in here. Some areas could be in the 80s to the south, while places to the north literally could be in the 20s. That's tremendous. That's tremendous stuff. And I think this snow band is going to actually expand to the north, but kind of hold its ground right in here. So right where I'm drawing this line, right in here, points north and west. Snowstorm's coming. This is Wild Weather for LiveWeatherBlogs.com. Look for updates later on.